Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight to give you what will be kind of a really untraditional transmission from the Plastic Planet. I, of course, am downstairs in the archive room of the Plastic Planet to bring you this subscriber request. A couple of weeks ago, as many of you know, if you're a longtime subscriber or viewer, I did a kind of a shout out to all of my viewers and subscribers out there for suggestions for the channel. And one of my super subscribers mentioned they'd like me to talk a little bit more about some of my love for retro gaming. And yes, I do love retro gaming very, very much, even though I'm not that great at it, to be honest with you. But tonight, I'm going to do maybe what would be the first of a little bit of a series of playthroughs, as it would be, of my 3 favorite retro gaming games for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. One of which is plugged in right now. I don't know if it's coming across the screen really good. That is, of course, Super Star Wars, which was done by LucasArts and JVC back in the mid to early 90s, which was followed up by my favorite game probably of all time. That is Super Empire Strikes Back, and of course, Super Return of the Jedi. These games are absolutely, well, damn near flawless in my opinion. I've beaten all 3 of them, but it's been years. So tonight, we're going to start out with just doing Super Star Wars tonight. For the Super Nintendo Entertainment Center. I'm going to try to do a playthrough. You probably will notice jump cuts throughout this playthrough because, you know what, I don't want this thing to take, I don't want this video to be, 2 hours long. So there will be jump cuts and probably some edits in there. But my goal is to get an entire playthrough. And yeah, should be a good time. So let's do this right now. Alrighty guys, so as I said right there for the intro, we are going to be doing a little bit of a playthrough through 1992's LucasArts Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo Entertainment Center. As you guys can see, I'm going through the options menu now. We will be playing this on easy today, otherwise I will never make it through this entire game. Nevertheless, I am a little bit out of practice on this. I have beaten it before on easy. Actually, I've beaten it several times on easy, as I remember, going back to college. Yeah, this was one of my very favorite games, as well as the other in the trilogy here. And yeah, absolutely awesome game, except for maybe that cover page there. Luke looks a little jacked up there. But nevertheless, we will be playing this, and let's get started right now without further ado. Alrighty, here we are. It's got a little bit of an opening segue for you guys, a little bit of the opening crawl there. Not quite like sitting in the movie theaters back in 1977, but the music's actually pretty nice for 16-bit. I'll turn it up a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. The text is a little funky, but, like I said, this is 16-bit from 1992. This game came out my junior year in high school. I'm going to do a little pan down. Hopefully that volume setting will go off there for you guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a Star Destroyer there pursuing the Tanta V4 across the atmosphere, the surface of Tatooine there, as the droids' escape pod shoot down there, C-3PO and R2-D2, and the game opens up in the middle of the Dune Sea with Luke Skywalker. It actually looks pretty good. That's a pretty good-looking Luke Skywalker, if I don't say so myself. He's got his little tiny blaster there. It looks like he's shooting Minox. They call everything, basically, in these games, all 3 of these games, pretty much everything that flies is a Minox. And, of course, he's got a ton of scorpions after him here. There's this... For a desert, this actually has for the Dune Sea, for a horribly, a hostile landscape to life, there's actually a surprising amount of things out here that want to kill you. Fortunately, every single heart is a power-up, so that's good. So it's kind of, especially on easy, it's kind of hard to die in these first few levels, just because the amount of power-ups you get. You got a Womp Rat there. Same Womp Rats I'm sure Luke used to tag with his T-16 in Beggar's Canyon. Just tons of them, man. I mean, what do these things eat out there? Apparently they're very hungry because they're ravenous. Look at that, we get a blaster power-up. That's good. Definitely needed that. That makes this a little less tedious. Jesus, they just keep coming. And do forgive me if this feels like kind of rough. This is not a gaming channel by nature, and if you've stumbled upon this, I'm sure most gaming channels do not set up their camera right in front of the TV and just record. But I don't have the kind of equipment to do this real justice, but I think it's going to look okay for our purposes. Got a giant, like, sand penis coming out of there, attacking Luke. But really, I think the animation's really nice, and it's a really good side scroller. I absolutely love side scrollers. I'm not really, as far as gaming goes, like modern gaming, I don't really play a lot besides sports games. I pretty much play Madden and maybe RBI baseball every year, and that's about it. I really don't play real, like, adventure or strategy games anymore. All that is pretty much, as far as my taste goes, is left in the realm of retro gaming. Another sand penis there. Sand penis with tons of crabs. Sand lobsters are relentless. One thing I do notice about this game is if you even like walk away from an enemy, they respawn so quickly. It's kind of it gets tedious. It's the one thing about this game is it can be really tedious. The key is to get a good blaster, work your way up, level up with the blasters, and not die, basically. Here's the boss for the first level, a giant Sarlacc pit monster. Thing is pretty cool looking. Doesn't really inspire in me thoughts of the Sarlacc pit from Return of the Jedi, but nevertheless, it's pretty cool. Oh, geez. Kind of reminds me more of like the movie Teeth than Return of the Jedi, if I'm being honest. That's kind of gross. Yeah, it's just tedious. I feel like I'm in no risk of dying here. Look at my life bar there. I almost got him, but it just gets kind of tedious. And there he goes. We got him. That's that level. That's the first level of Super Star Wars. Not too bad. Nice cutscene there. Animation's not terrible. Not terrible. Again, this is 1992. You gotta give some leeway there. Now this is pretty good for 3D, I think, for something that's from 1992. That's how old is this now? 27 years old? Jesus. But it's pretty good. The idea here is you have to take out so many enemies before you can proceed on to the sand crawler, which is off there in the distance if you can't tell. So we have to take out 12 Jawas, I believe. I'm taking out 3 so far. And they can be kind of vicious if you let them get up on you. The idea is to kind of shoot at them before they can shoot at you. Of course, you got womp rats everywhere, and you want to avoid these pits. These pits will give you damage. If you shoot the moisture evaporators, you can get some jet fuel, which seems kind of silly, but nevertheless. There we go. Of all the levels on this game, this is probably the level that gave me the most trouble when I first started playing this game. I don't know why. I've never been really good at 3D games, though. I've always been a 2D side-scroller kind of guy. Anytime anything goes 3D, I don't know. I don't know what it's like. Maybe my depth perception sucks or something. But I've never been real good at it. Only 2 more to go. Gotta stay out of those holes. There we go. And then we get the okay to proceed to the sandcrawler. I'm just gonna get the hell out of here, man. I'm taking some damage. I might not make it. Be kind of embarrassing. Well, and I'm out of jet fuel. And I died! Alright, so I'm back at it here, guys. I only have 1 more Jawa left to kill. I didn't want to make you guys watch all that again. So as you can see, we're getting the direction to move towards the sandcrawler. This time I've got enough jet fuel. We should get there no problem at all. Yeah, like I said, go easy on me, guys. I haven't played this in a long time. And again, this is not a gaming channel by nature. I review action figures. But of course, this was, like I mentioned earlier, this was indeed a subscriber request to talk about a little retro gaming. And I always do try to accommodate all my subscribers. So we're back here. Now we have to get onto the sand crawler, which gets kind of tedious in itself. The lightsabers, as you can see, extend your life bar. But this is a really armed, heavily armed sand crawler. I realize it's a video game, but it's like almost kind of silly how many hoops this thing makes you jump through just to get to R2-D2. That's the goal here, is to get rescue R2-D2 from the Jawas. And I don't see how stormtroopers would stand. I don't see how a troop of sand troopers would stand a chance against this heavily armed tank thing. Oh, there's a blaster power up. Oh, I needed that. That helps a lot. Power up. A lot of platforming here. Fortunately, if you fall, you don't necessarily die, but you just have to go back up. It gets tedious as hell, as you can see. Shit. Need to time my jumps better. Now, as a time bonus, obviously you're timed here in this game per level. I don't think I've ever ran out of time in this game, though. I think maybe on the more difficult settings it's easier to do, but I don't ever recall running out of time. That's a invincibility shield. It's temporary, obviously. In the later versions, in the Super Return of the Jedi and the Super Empire Strikes Back game, when you get that shield, it actually kind of rotates around you and looks really cool graphically. And this one you just flash, so it's not as good. It's all timing, platforming. I hate platforming. It's one of my biggest pet peeves about games is when you have to platform. This game is really fun, but it does get tedious, especially in these earlier levels. It's basically like when you're on the Tatooine levels, you're basically like running errands here, basically. You have to round up all the characters. You got to rescue C-3PO, then you got to rescue R2-D2, then you got to find Obi-Wan. It just gets a little tedious. The L and the R top buttons on the Super NES control bars are directional, so you can see up and down like you can see I'm doing right now. Toughest things about these guns, these cannons, are the shrapnel after you blow them up. It's almost like you got to hit them and run away a little bit. Shit. I'd hate to die all the way up here. This would suck. Ah! Alright, I'm in. This is one big-ass sandcrawler. I mean, you fall, you know, the size of this thing's got to be ridiculous. Obviously, it is not to scale to the sandcrawler in the film. This thing must be huge. Just the amount of climbing you did, the amount of falling you did, and now the bunch of platforming you got to do to basically work your way back down into the depths of this thing, which is where R2 is, and the boss here, which is the as you guys will see in a second or in a few minutes, the boss on this is pretty freaking cool, actually. I think, character design wise, anyway. There's just so much stuff that shoots at you. So many Jawas throwing detonators at you. There's another blaster power up. Need that. It does get
Like I said before, the name here is tedious. It does get tedious. Jeez. I got another blaster power up. It's light years ahead of the original NES Star Wars game, which I also have. Maybe I'll play that sometime. I can never beat that game. That game actually really sucks. I'm not a fan of that game at all. This one's great though, for the most part. This weapon, this blaster power up here is pretty awesome. It's obviously it's like a heat-seeking, so you just have to keep pushing down the fire button and basically take care of everything in the screen. Anything that moves anyway. And as you can see, the Jawas keep respawning. So if you fall down, you got to deal with them again. They just keep coming at you. Shit. Shit. Just die! Die! Imagine trying to play this with just the initial blaster they give you. It'd take forever. It'd just suck ass. Shit on the ceilings. These are like the most vicious gonk droids ever there. Now these force fields you have to slide under. Man. Blast the doors open. If you're not good at sliding, you will be by the end of this level. Alrighty, another end page here. Found R2. We're getting the message. We gotta go seek out Obi-Wan. And we're back out in the damn desert again. This time we're in the land of the Tusken Raiders. This is I always thought this was kind of cool. You shoot these giant toads and you get stuck in their goop. Get stuck in their guts. It's kind of cool. You gotta be careful because these will break. Platforming on this level is much more unforgiving because if you fall, you're dead in most cases. So you gotta move your ass. Don't get stuck. Yep, see, dead. Damn it. And we lost our weapon. That sucks. That's gonna make this harder. Ah. This is a pretty fun level, though, if I remember. Oh, I need that. It makes it so much easier. More Jawas. Gonna have Tusken Raiders coming up here real fast. Womp rat. There's our first Tusken Raider. He wasn't so tough. I think Tusken Raiders would be tougher than Jawas. Another sand penis. Tusken Raiders. Yeah, you'd think the Tusken Raiders would be tougher than the Jawas. Jawas are actually harder because they'll duck on you. And they'll actually throw shit down on you like that. Okay, this is where it sucks. I hate platforming. Especially when you got shit trying to jump out and kill you. Some of them will stay for you, and then other of them break. Ugh, oh god. Whew. I hate platforming. Alright. Oh, this makes it so much easier. There's another blaster around here somewhere, another power-up. Maybe not. You guys know this game real well. Let me know in the comments section what I'm doing wrong. I think it's pretty straightforward. They'll just keep coming. How big my life bar's gotten. Can't remember what the boss is on this level. It's been so long. More platforming. And the Minox too. That's why this gun is so good here. Those Minox will swoop and kill you. Throw you off the platforms. Oh shit! Shit, shit, shit! Oh, good. It spawned me back here, so I don't have to. But I don't have the rocket gun anymore. So this just got a lot more difficult. Shit! Okay, I only got one more life left. You know, I can't remember if this game has passwords or not. I don't think it does. The other ones have passwords. Empire and... Shit! Damn, platforming! You ever find when you like play a game and you get stuck on a part, like your first try is always your best. After that, you just get kind of frazzled. Shit! Damn it! Alrighty, so let me continue. That's good. Alright, no more screwing around. We gotta beat this. Motherfucker. Yes! No, that was a well-earned story screen there. That's really good. Obi-Wan looks really good there. Not sure why they had this conversation in the middle of the desert, but it is what it is. And we're back to this, so yeah, we've all seen the movie. Alright, so now you're back, but now you have your lightsaber, which is kind of cool. Again, the animation, like on Luke swinging his lightsaber, it's not bad here. It actually looks pretty good, but it gets better. It gets better as the in the sequels and in Empire and Jedi Super Star Wars. The lightsaber graphics are really good in those games. That is a bitch of a bantha there. See if I can save up that thermal detonator for the next bantha. You're dead! Yes! Alright, let's go. Get the bantha. Get to the bantha. Get to the bantha. And... oh! Yeah, I think all this killing of banthas would really piss the Tusken Raiders off. Banthas are like sacred beasts to the Tusken Raiders. In fact, if a Tusken Raider's bantha dies, he wanders around in the desert till he either finds another bantha to mount and to tame. I should say, not really to mount, but to tame. If he doesn't find another bantha, he dies in the desert. So Tuskens have a sacred bond with their banthas. So I imagine Luke running around killing them is probably really pissing them off. Still can't remember what the bosses on this level is. Still pretty fun. This is a pretty fun. This is a really fun level. And there'll be more platforming coming up. Looks like we do. Oh, that's just a leap of faith right there. Oh, at least they give you an arrow. Like I said, it's been a while. I really hope this looks good on your screen. Again, I'm just recording right off the TV. I know this is the real ghetto way to do this. I know that real gaming channels, you know, use DVD recorders and things like that. I don't know. I'm not a very technical guy, so again, I hope this doesn't look like total ass. This isn't my normal shtick. So be kind to me in the comments section. Up here's the... oh, it's the mutant Womper. This guy's a bitch. Forgot about this guy. You know, with a good blaster, he's toast, but I don't have a good blaster. Even with the lightsaber, actually. It's actually, I still do love the character design on the bosses in this game. They're all really, really good. There we go. We got him. All right. Alrighty, and we're back in the stupid land speeder. This time we got to kill 20 Jawas to get to Mos Eisley. This gets so tedious. Alrighty, so for your benefit there, I went ahead and beat that driving sequence. We are in Mos Eisley right now, being attacked by multiple stormtroopers. And they do take more damage than Tusken Raiders or Jawas. But still, they're not too bad. I want to get a blaster power up as soon as possible. Amazing how wimpy their blasters are, though. It's like the Yucca is more deadly than the Stormtroopers. Don't want to walk on the Yucca. I got a blaster power up. You always want to look for goodies in the bricks. Wouldn't be a Nintendo game if you weren't looking for goodies in bricks. Ah, the Yucca! Stay off the Yucca! Ah! Climbing on the back of dewbacks. And they do give you a lot of blaster power-ups. They do make it pretty easy for you. Ah, stealth the Yucca! Those Darth Vader heads give you a point bonus. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick the camera. I don't know why that matters. I don't know. You're not really playing for points here. You're just trying to beat the damn game. At least that's what I play for. This thing just drags on forever. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but oh, it feels like it's taking forever. I remember we have a lot of yucca around here. I live in Denver and Colorado. We have a lot of yucca around here naturally, and I remember in high school one of my friends got pushed into a yucca bush. It was, I think it was very painful for him, but it was very hilarious for us. I can't remember which friend that was, but I do remember someone getting pushed into a yucca plant, and we joked about it for years. I just can't remember which one of my friends that happened to. Oh, there's Chewie. About frickin' time. God. Again, it's just like you're running errands through this whole thing. You're just running errands to find characters. Finally found Chewie. Alright, so now this game gets kind of a lot cooler too, because you can actually play as other characters. I don't know, when you found Obi-Wan, you couldn't play as Obi-Wan, but if you find Chewie and then eventually Han, you can play as Han and later Leia. So just to change things up, we're going to play as Chewie. I'm going through the cantina. This is a good phase. I think there's a pretty bitchin' boss at the end of this. You can fight these, like, there's a Greedos, and there's I think those are like these like Tasmanian devil looking guys. I think they're supposed to be like Lax Servax. Lax Servax was the Wolfman that they cut out of the original edition of, you know, something. George Lucas never liked the Wolfman much. Just felt like a guy in a wolf costume to him, so they digitized him out of there. That's Ponda Baba there, bouncing at you. There's another Ponda Baba. But yeah, I think the wolf guys, they look like Tasmanian devils in this game. I think that's supposed to be Lax Servac. Again, there's Ponda Baba. There's Hammerhead hanging out there in the corner. Yep. There we have a Grenadian long snoot right there. The devil guy. Remember the devil guy? Or when you have the least powerful blaster, this stage, if I remember, is almost impossible to get through. You really need firepower to get through the cantina, because these cantina aliens actually take a lot of hits. Especially the bouncing Ponda Babas. There we go, more Tasmanian Lax Servax. Ah, there we go. They're spinning on me now. This scene is a lot. This stage is a lot like Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. It just kind of keeps going and going and going, and you just keep getting attacked by monsters over and over again. It's like the background reminds me of a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It's like keep seeing the same background. It's like the Flintstones. Ah, there we go. There's a blaster. Oh, now we have the big one. The big gun! Like AC/DC from the Last Action Hero soundtrack. Big gun! Big gun! Number one! Okay, sorry, I'll stop singing. I think we're coming up on the boss. Yep. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool because that of course is the boss from the monster from the game on the Millennium Falcon, the Dejark table. There's the main monster from that. And if you don't have a good blaster, this dude's almost impossible. But with a good blaster, you take him out pretty easy. And we just head to the exit. Boom, done. Alrighty, we're meeting up with Han now. Captain of the Millennium Falcon, let's meet at Docking Bay 94. Docking Bay 94. Now we can play as any three of our heroes. We'll play as Han. And again, this is just a big shoot 'em up. And it's like ridiculous, almost ridiculously easy with this blaster, this powered up blaster. It's like almost impossible to die. You'd have to be a moron to die, almost. I say that and I'll die, but you know, there's no platforming in any of these levels. You're just, again, the biggest life drainer is the stupid yucca. Maybe there is a little platforming here. Of course, you don't die if you fall, so that's good. Shit. So that just gets tedious. Stormtroopers in this game are such boobs. I almost feel like this game should almost be like, this game kind of reminds me of the Rebels cartoon. And the Empire is just so inept. My God, I can't get up there. Come on. Alright, fuck it. I have to get up there. There we go. And it's like if you kind of get low on points, you can just sit around and just shoot guys for a while, and you'll fill your life bar back up. Now we're locked and loaded here. I do like the background there with the setting binary suns. That's really cool. I mean, the environmentals in this game really, to me, really do feel like Star Wars. Sadly, they feel more like Star Wars than a lot of the environmentals you see in the sequel trilogies to date so far. And I'm including The Force Awakens there. That's sad, when you can say that about a video game. Alright, beware the damn yucca. I keep getting myself down in these crevices and I can't get out. There we go. There we go. Now we're coming down into the hangar. Another boss droid. Ah, he's easy though. With this blaster, you're almost unstoppable. You really are. I say that and I'll die, but... Jeez. There we go. This is one of those stages where the shrapnel kills you more than the enemies do. Especially these claws. These claws blow up, and the shrapnel is more lethal than the claws themselves. And those droids blow up too. Watch that. And again, the shrapnel is like the most lethal part of this game. Music's great. For 16-bit, music is absolutely great. There's so much shit that kills you here, all these little bombs and stuff. I'm actually running low on life force here. Better be careful. Really suck to die at this point. Shit. At this point, you kind of got to be just kind of patient a little bit, which I'm not very good at being. Jeez, Han, could you have parked the Millennium Falcon in a less convenient place? Criminy. They're definitely more stingy with the hearts in this section. Ah, there we go. Well, I didn't need it, I guess. Alright, finally. We're finally to the boss here. Don't die, because that is so tedious to get through. It's like an Imperial, like, hover tank. So you gotta kind of take it out in sections. Whew! I was close to dying there. That's tedious as shit. And we're away. Oh, see, they didn't even make you play a Millennium Falcon level. On the in the regular NES game, they actually made you like go through an asteroid field, which really sucked ass. Here, they just take you right to the Death Star. So I guess that's kind of nice, actually. All right, play as Han again. At least they let you each level you don't have to repower up the blaster. No, they give you ample power up still, but oh shit, I forgot there's like TIE fighters flying through here. And you don't want to fall in those pits. Ah. And that's a weird looking droid. It's like a mix between the Bomar monks from Jabba's palace and the Death Star droids. That's weird. I don't know what they were thinking on that one. Good thing, when you have the plasma gun, which is the one I have here, it just makes the game so much easier than with the standard blaster. Now, this is kind of hard. These are kind of tricky, these pits, if I remember. Okay. Again, I hate platforming. Ah! It was like a vacuum droid or something. It's weird. These TIE fighters kind of fuck me up. Lots of power-up opportunities, that's for sure. Alright, now we're back to stormtroopers. More jumping. Ah! Oh! Ah! Again, at least you respawn kind of where you were before. I think I made it to a checkpoint, I'm not sure. Fudge! It's like once you get over past those pits, you want to run like hell. You don't want to get knocked back into them. Oh, here comes the damn TIE fighters again. Extra life. It's the first time I've seen one of those. Won't turn that down. I really think you take more damage than if you got hit by a TIE fighter than what you do. Ah, shit! Should not be this hard. Man, I used to fly through these. Don't die! Oh, shit! Alright, here we go.
Drop your weapon. You have 45 seconds to comply.
Alright, we just gotta shoot him in the ass when his shielding opens up. Okay, I'm doing a lot better this time. A lot better. Come on. Really weren't real original on the character design on this one. This is shockingly rip-off-ish here. Ah, come on. Almost. Got him. Almost. Die! There we go. Dead, Ed 209. Jeez.
Alrighty, well, with Darth Vader's respiration back there endlessly mocking me, no, I did not beat the game. I had several continues and I failed to beat it. I have beaten this game several times. In fact, I used to be able to do it like it was nothing. I wonder if I actually was playing it on easy. I might have been playing it on Brave. I don't know. That's my story. I was accidentally playing it on Brave, yeah. All right, so I didn't beat the game. I will try again another time. I'll try another part 2 to this maybe. But anyway, that is Super Star Wars from the Super Nintendo Entertainment Center. It is an absolutely fantastic game. Yeah, it's a lot of button mashing. My fingers are tired. I've been at this for 55 minutes or so. So I've been at it for a while, and this video is getting long enough as it is. So anyway, that is Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo Entertainment Center from 1992, and one of 3 of my favorite games. And if you guys like this one, maybe I'll try to do a continue and pick up where I left off next time, and then eventually maybe get around to doing these 2 games as well if this is something you guys want to see. If not, hey, we don't have to do it at all. But just thought I'd do a little experiment tonight. Again, go easy on me in the comment section, guys. This is not a gaming channel. I realize that normally gaming channels do not record directly off the frickin' TV, so there was probably some flashing going on and whatnot, so do go easy on me. But, I'm not set up for this, and this is not going to be a typical mainstay on this channel. So, yeah, so it's just kind of a one-time, maybe 3-time thing, if max. So, anyway. All right, guys, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of The Plastic Planet. Please like, share, comment. Please do subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I will be back with you guys really, really soon. In the near future, we'll be back to talking figs, guys, because figs is where it's at for me. Yeah, we'll be talking some figs real soon. I got a Hot Toys figure I need to show off to you guys, as well as a couple of room tours, too. I keep teasing them. They're coming. All right, guys. Till next time, life is social. Very short, guys. Very, very short. So get out there, guys, and fill it with some goddamn plastic crap or some retro gaming, because those are pretty fun, too. All right, guys. Later. Love you. Bye.